this is 11, this is 26. Okay, so the first two letters make 21. And then these guys make 51. Well, oh my goodness, I didn't know it was that good, folks. I did not know it was that good. 21 plus 51 equals 72. The famous 72, which is a triple of triple eights, 8 times 9, literally a 3 by 3 grid of 8s to the glory of Jesus equals 8 at 8. The number 3 being paramount as well as 8. There you go. Now I know why this brand tastes so good. Ordained by heaven. Links. If you have not tried these, you got to run out and get them. Run out and get them. Okay? Get high on sugar. Sugar equals happy. Remember that. Sugar equals 66 equal happy. Sugar happy. Get sugar happy and then run around like the kids do. Links adds to 72 perfectly. A triple of triple eights. That is king. So now I'm hooked for life. I'm like, yep. New gem, ordained by heaven. By the way, they come in 180 gram bags, which is a beautiful number because that divides by 3 and it's a 3-digit all-factor 8 number. So run out there, grab a bag of this, shove it back, worship Jehovah, get happy, and then run around like a kid screaming your head off. By the way, the icon of Maynard's is a gold crown. Well, gold crown divides by 3 in 9 letters. Let's get that on the board because we solved everything. Gold crown is really obvious. You've got lots of letters that divide by 3, and then you can cross-link this and this, or you can put the G with the W and the D with the N, and then all these guys divide by 3, so in 9 letters, gold crown is 63, plus 21 is 84, plus 27 is 111. In 9 letters, no less. Check, check, pure 3s. So not only have we solved, of course, the gold crown of Maynard's candy, but we solved every gold crown in the history of the universe, including the gold crown of King Solomon and King David and British Empire and every king that has ever lived, queen, whatever. And the gold crowns that will be in heaven. So now we're going to solve Sour Patch Kids. This is a real easy one. And this is a wonderful brand to show you. So is the brand Skittles, okay? To show you that the S+1 effect in front and then the gold train of 3s behind. So we'll put Skittles on the board together with Sour Patch Kids because I also love Skittles greatly. But I'm much... Sour Patch Kids links I like much better than just plain Sour Patch Kids. Because you get the long, stringy, the word string divides by 3, the word rope divides by 3, and of course, it's all about unity. God is just seeking us, it's all about unity. It's all about people coming together. I mean, look at the Sour Patch Kids finally got together. They finally got married after all those years. And now you get to partake of that marriage. That's actually what happened. The Sour Patch Kids finally got married. They finally got linked up, and now it's happiness sublime for all of us humans. Multiple Sour Patch Kids in one bite. Seriously, I'm very conscious of God ordaining everything to be a picture of His united team nature, 3 persons. So let me show you one of the blue and red ones. I've drawn green and orange twice now. Oh, I got a knotted one. So they're blue and red. You can either get the blue and red strand, or you can get the green and orange. Okay. Blue plus red, by the way, equals 67 equals water. Very divine color combination. Of course, we love seeing blue and red. And then these red, orange plus green equals 109, 3-digit all-factor 9 number, which glorifies the number 3. And you can solve all colors and all color combinations and see the beauty of them. Red and orange both divide by 3. And that's really cool. So I'm just noticing more and more and more. Yeah, red and orange divide by 3. And then blue and green knit together, just like we see the earth, you know, the blue water, the green plants. Blue and green knit together to make 89, which is the 24th prime. 888 divides by 3. Red and orange as colors both divide by 3. Individually 27, 60, 87. 2 points less, but divides by 3. So it's always for 3s. But this can be called a string, divides by 3, or a rope, divides by 3. Rope equals love, and it's all about unity. So I testify that these links, this new divides by 3, this new links brand of Sour Patch Kids is more blessed and is more pleasurable than the original Sour Patch Kids. because it promotes unity. And it tastes delicious. You can tie these things in knots. And the word knot divides by 3. Because God loves unity. So rope equals love. And knot divides by 3. So you can take one of these guys, tie a little knot into it. Okay. By the way, the word pretzel also divides by 3. There's a shape of unity, if you will. Okay. God wants you tied in a knot with Him, essentially. So there you go. We just took a Lynx, Sour Patch Kid Lynx, and made a knot out of it. Knot divides by 3. Rope divides by 3. Pretzel divides by 3. Because God is 3 persons, and He's nuts about unity. So now we're going to consume this in one bite. Bite divides by 3. And just get completely sugar happy. They are delicious. Ordained by heaven. Discovered by man, yet ordained by heaven. Fantastic. Man, I just nailed that one. Go out and buy some. So now Sour Patch Kids. So let's, this, and I want to do that with Skittles, because I want to show you the 3 plus 1 front and back. So this is really obvious. This is so beautiful. In fact, this is so beautiful, the phrase Sour Patch Kids. Because you've got the S plus 1 in front, just like a steam locomotive. Steam locomotive. Sour Patch Kids. And then the S plus 1 in back, and then look at how symmetrical this whole thing is within. Because the word patch divides by 3 all by itself, the word kid divides by 3 all by itself, and the word hour divides by 3 all by itself. It equals love, every letter dividing by 3. Isn't that beautiful? There, we've just solved Sour Patch Kids. Can you see that? Sure you can't. There, we've just solved Sour Patch Kids to the glory of the Trinity. 1, 2, 3 words. Threes, threes, threes. And then the letter counts are perfect. You got 3 letters here, 3 letters here, 5 letters there. It's genius. It's totally perfect. Sour Patch Kids. And so this equals love here. The famous word hour in sour. Okay, so sour anything. You know, or he's just screaming out loud. And we'll do the word patch. Kid is 24. This is, so I divides by 3. See, you get the idea. These are all the letters divided by. So kid is 15 plus 9 is 24. Triple A. By the way, the word child divides by 3. The word toddler divides by 3. Okay. And boy, boy equals 42, which is the same digits as kid, 24. Girl does the same phenomenon as this plus 1 in front. G is plus 1, just like the word God, and then every letter divides by 3. Okay, so everything has its own unique beauty for the number 3. It's very beautiful, but it's all for the number 3. Okay, but it's okay. So the word patch now, what does that add to? Well, you got 21 in here, 24 bookending. Wow, the word patch is just beautiful. Look at the 24s here. Look at this. So 21 plus 3 equals 24 in the center. The word act. 24. Wow. Kid equals 24. And then you've got another 24 from this P and the H. Wow. 24, 24, 24, and then 54 equals love. It's like, what more can you ask for? 24, 24, 24. That's 72 sitting right in there, plus love at the beginning. Good night. That's 126, the gold train of 3s. Which divides by 21 as well, which is for the number 3. That's 3 times 40, 42, and 42 divides by 3. It's a double of 21. Okay, so good night. It's king for the number 3, and then the S's are bonus, the bonus plus 1 effect on the front and the back. So, and of course the company Maynard's does that as well. The M was plus 1 in front, S plus 1 in back. Okay, just like the word God. Just like the word Jesus, okay? So, It's all for the number 3 though. Done. We have hitherto solved all Sour Patch Kids in the history of the universe. And all the children said, amen. Quick, Mom, go and buy me more candy. The man on TV said I need to... I'm fighting for the children, young and old. No, seriously, we need to see more old people eating candy. So they, you know, get out and get active. You know, okay. You know, if you just need more active lifestyles, and then you can eat candy all day long. It's just like Michael Phelps either. Okay, so Sour Patch Kids, and then you can find another love, like God leading us to find love plus love and all these things. 24, you know, find more 54s in there. Okay, so what came next after that? Then I went back in and I just bought some things that I wasn't eating, because I'd already had quite a bit of candy at that point. Oh, this is a real fun one. I've not opened this. Sweet Tarts. And this is a real fun name to solve. So we're going to solve this one because it's really fun for various reasons. Sweet Tarts. You can pronounce it Sweet Arts, but that's kind of hard on the tank. Sweet Tarts is what we used to always call them as kids. And that's the way you're allowed to pronounce it. And they did this kind of split color thing with the T to kind of tell you that Sweet Tarts. Well, whether you use the T doubly or not, it all works for the number 3. And then pink plus blue divides by 3. It's a total divine color combination, okay? Pink plus blue is 90 exactly. Pink plus blue is 90. But then Sweet Tarts, so sweet plus tarts divides by 3. Let's just solve this quickly. It won't take us long. So I'm going to solve Sweet Tarts and Sweet Arts. So Sweet Tarts, 2 words, very similar. The word sweet is 72, and you got bookending, and this word tarts is similar, bookending around the central word art. Tarts has double bookending. R in the center, then AT, then it's an R flanked in 60. Okay, very similar. Bookend, bookend, you get the idea. 72. This is 39 plus 39, 78. Wow. So Sweet Tarts is 150 perfectly for number 3. Wow. Now, if you pull out this T and just call it Sweet Arts, then you have what you call, then you're still looking at S plus 1 or S plus 1 and back effect. Okay? I would say you're going Sweet Art. Okay? A single Sweet Art. And then the S plural on the S would be treated as the plus 1, in which case it's 72 plus 39, which equals 111 perfectly. Genius. So there's a beautiful 2-for-1 take in this product. Okay? So if you will, a single Sweet Art adds to 111 perfectly for the glory of Trinity. That's a fun one. And I knew I had to do that. Okay, and I remember, folks. I remember when Jolly Rancher first came out. I was in grade 7. Perhaps grade 6, but when I was in grade 7 at Fort Langley Elementary, Jolly Rancher was like the cool candy. By grade 7, I'm sure it came out before I was in grade 7, but by grade 7, as far as I remember, it was like the cool candy. Like, kids were like, hey, you want a Jolly Rancher? And it was like, oh yeah, like that's cool. And they came in those perfectly square, you know, sticks, you know, that you would just pop one out. They're all individually wrapped with like a thick foil, and they were like these perfect rectangles of bright colors with rounded corners. And you're just like, and they were like the longest lasting hard candy ever. And if you dared crunch into those things, you had like candy like stuck into your molar for the next 2 hours. Because it was not meant to be crushed. It was meant to just sit in your mouth and slowly suck out its size, like Jolly Rancher. I'm not as much of a hard candy person myself, like in terms of the hardness that Jolly Ranchers are. I tend to like chewy things that I can really like grind, but Jolly Rancher is like, so, but Jolly Rancher divides by 3 and hard candy divides by 3. Okay, so there it is, the famous Jolly Rancher and hard candy divide by 3. Okay, the original. The original Jolly Rancher hard candy. So let's get that one on the board, because I'm very aware that we're solving multi-million-dollar brands here. That's what we've been doing our whole life, essentially. So let's solve Jolly Rancher. Both words divide by 3. Isn't that cool? Jolly and happy both divide by 3. And it's really obvious because all the center letters in Jolly divide by 3. And then, oh, sorry, no, Jolly does not divide by 3. It's +1 front and back, just like God and Jesus. That's what it was. Okay. And then Rancher. Boy, that cleaner is still drying. That's why there's a little bit of lightness here. But Jolly Rancher. Okay, very simple. You can put this J together with anything to end there. The Y I just put with this E here. J and H, all this, 3, 3. It knits together perfectly for 3. Okay. What does Jolly Rancher add to? 27, 39, 69, 87, 90, 108, 123 plus 18, 141. Which is 3 times the 15th prime, 47. And 15 is, of course, 3 times the 3rd prime. That's pure. Mr. 3, okay. There, Jolly Rancher solved. And the number of letters is 12, which divides by 3. And you can count strokes and all that stuff. And then, all hard candy. See how the word candy is obviously meant to glorify the number 3 because it starts with C equals 3, but then it knits together with other words that describe all the types of candy. So hard candy knits together with the word candy to divide by 3 being 78 in 9 letters. 3. There you go. So we solved Jolly Rancher. Oh, and then if you waited this long, you got the best. One of the most famous brands in world history is Werther's Original, which adds to 201. My favorite number of world history. Werther's Original adds to 201. A chewy caramel. Now they have chewy caramel. Chewy caramel divides by 3 with 2 C's to boot in front. This is such a good idea they came up with. Putting it around apple. Werther's Original coating actual Granny Smith apple. So it's like a candy apple flavor. Good idea. But Werther's Original equals 201. The full birth name of the first man on the moon. The famous 201 of world history. That's why Werther's Original is one of the king candies of the world. And they're just coming out with all sorts of new ways to, like, you know, rebrand their product, just like nouveau, of course, just different stylizations of it. Chewy caramel divides by 3. Do the math on chewy caramel. That's why I got this one. And then I got some new items that I've never tried before. I just did the math on them, and they divide by 3. I have never tried Lancaster. I have never tried Lancaster. I don't even know what this is. I have never tried this. Okay. Apparently on the back, before founding the Hershey Company, Milton Hershey built the Lancaster caramel honey. Wow, so this is the deeper roots there. There you go. Read the history on it. His original caramel recipe is the inspiration for Lancaster caramels. Well, there you go. The deeper roots of Hershey. So Lancaster divides by 3. And then soft caramels divides by 3, both words. That's why I bought these. That's why I bought them, is because I did the math on them. I've never tried these. But I did the math. And now this gets even better. They have another product called soft caramel and vanilla swirls. And I've always loved vanilla and I love caramel. So these are going to be heavenly. Well, soft caramel and then caramel and knits together and then vanilla swirls knits together. Because swirl divides by 3. Vanilla needs another S. So soft caramel and vanilla swirls divides by 3. Lancaster, of course, divides by 3. So that's why I bought these. And the size is 133 digital factor 3, glorifies the number 3. I've never tried this, but that's why I bought them. And then finally, one of my favorite brands of all time is Fruit by the Foot, which is too obvious for the number 3 because the first letters in fruit all divide by 3, just like the first letters in foot. And then they end with a T. Pure 3s. Fruit by the Foot. It's one of the favorite things to say for 3, 3, 3. You know, all these come in boxes of 3s. Everything's like You get 3 foot rolls. Foot rolls divided by 6 3-foot rolls. It's always threes because that's what sells, because that's what we love. We all love 3. And yeah, and so when you go shopping for fruit snacks, you will find them in the same aisle as granola bars. Well, by Divine Ordinance, fruit snacks divides by 3 and granola bars divides by 3. And yes, granola bars are typically intelligently sold in multiples of 3. Either 3, 6, or 12, or 9. You'll always see that. So here we have 6 granola bars. We have 6 fruit by the foot roll, 3-foot rolls. So fruit snacks divides by 3, granola bars divides by 3. Now you know why you see so many of them in stores. It's all to the glory of the Trinity. Okay? And you can eat basically anything as long as you burn it off and balance out your diet. You know, you'll feel what you're supposed to eat when you're filled with the Holy Ghost. So there you go. Let's put Lancaster on the board because I really want to. I mean, you can solve the details of these on your own, but I just want to do a basic intro. You can pair these in multiple ways. Find love in it always. 3 letters that divide by 3 in Lancaster. That's cool. And then you can go for balanced teams like 21, 24, 15 there. You can make this 18, so then you have, wow. Then you can do like an 18, 21, 24, going up in 3s. 18, 21, 24. So that's 63 in the middle, composed of 3 teams that go up by 3s. That's insane. And then you've got a 12 and an 18 there, which make another 30. So Lancaster equals 93. That's insane. But it's just like the breakdown of the 3s. And you've got 9 letters. You've got 9 letters, 3 plus 3. Like, and I'm just seeing more and more and more in Lancaster. There's 3 letters that are plus 1. Okay? There's 3 letters that are plus 2. And then there's 3 letters that divide by 3. Good night in Lancaster. So now you're going to want to go out and run out and buy some of these vanilla caramels. And you're going to want to try one because that is too insane. And this is like the history. Before founding the Hershey Company, Milton Hershey built the Lancaster Caramel Company. His original caramel recipe is the inspiration for Lancaster swirls. So, there you go. So not only have we taken the glory for the entire Lancaster, but for all the Hershey Company, because this came first, Lancaster. So I'm just going to point out to you. So you got 3 letters that are plus 1, A-A-N, plus 1. You got 3 letters that divide by 3, L-C-R, okay, 3. And you've got 3 letters that are plus, or sorry, this is supposed to be S, okay. And then you've got 3 letters that are plus 2, N-T-E, plus 2. It's too obvious. 3 that divide by 3, 3 that are plus 1, 3 that are plus 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Lancaster, 3 syllables. It's just perfect. So now you're just going to want to, I'm going to open these and I'm going to eat one. Partake, as I say. Just for fun, these 3 guys added 33, these guys added 21, these guys added 39. 3s. Okay? So, I'm going to open both of these and dig in. So Lancaster soft caramels. So what does caramels add to? 15 plus 8, or yeah, 15, 39, 51, 72. Wow, caramels is 72, triple of triple eights. And then soft is 60. Wow. So soft is 60 divided by 12. Caramels is 72, 12 points higher. So soft caramels is 132 divided by 12. It's 12 times 11. And then so Lancaster was 93. So altogether, Lancaster soft caramels. I find it divine that English plus French of candy divides by 3. Candy, frondaise. There's a gem between 2 languages. Now you're getting really crazy. Now you're like, wow, God, they cross-links all the languages and the words involved to make more 3s. It's like, yep, absolutely. By the way, the word French, F-R-E-N-C-E, equals love in English. Now you're, And I've already ripped through French verb textbooks and French language books and studied them for the number 3, and it's just embarrassing how it all screams out the number 3. Beautiful, really, but just overwhelming. It's so obvious. It's just ridiculous, down to like the endings of the verbs and all the things that have to be spelled right. And so Lancaster soft caramels is therefore 93 plus, what do we have, 132? Oh my goodness. That's 225. I'm not joking. Quick, shove one of these in your mouth. Lancaster soft caramels on the front of this adds to the famous 225, which is the full birth name of Queen Elizabeth II, current reigning monarch of the British Empire. Her full birth name, Elizabeth Alexandra Mary, equals 225, 15 times 15, and that is why she is the queen, for the glory of eternity. She was not expected to become a queen, but she has the perfect full birth name mathematically to maximally glorifies the Triune God, and that is why she is the queen. And you can name your children intentionally, mathematically, for the glory of the Triune God as well. So, 15 times 15, that's the grand total. Lancaster soft caramel. So having seen that, we are now going to partake. Partake equals 72, flip up the blades. Okay. By the way, open the bag. In 3 words, divided by 3. Open the bag adds to precisely 93. So, we open the bag. And we are going to partake. Lancaster, there you go, eh? Lancaster. Of course, the color is brown, which is 72. Another 72. Brown equals 72 or triple 8. Okay? Most people agree that Jesus' hair was brown and that his eyes were brown. Certainly the cross was brown. Brown. Oh, man. The texture is out of control. The texture is insane. By the way, what I just said divides by 3 unintentionally. The texture is out of control. Out of control divides by 3. Texture plus is. The root of texture, by the way, up until the R, texturing, textured, textures, divides by 3, because text equals 69 equals Jehovah plus a U equals 90. Texture, oh my goodness, texture equals... Texture equals 108 equals love plus love. Honestly, I have not tasted a caramel with better texture than that. And it's got butterscotch hints in it. It's very butterscotchy. That is officially the perfect caramel. I kid you not. I like to chew things. I like to get my mouth going. The juices, the saliva. I like to chew on a candy. I like to really, I like that much better than a hard Werther's Original candy. And that's why Werther's Original is now getting into their soft, chewy brands, because they know they've got a great formula flavor-wise, but they need to get the texture. And so these guys just kill it. That is just out of control. Lancaster. I gotta go round 2 here. And then we're gonna try the other one we saw, soft caramel and vanilla swirls. Vanilla mixed in, that's like one of my favorite flavors of all time. That's gonna be heavenly. Superb, which divides by 3. Sublime divides by 3. Sublime equals awesome, 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. You can suck on it. You can chew it. You can let it dissolve. That is heavenly. Perfection divides by 3. They just nailed that. That is nailed. Okay, now we have to try this one. So soft caramel and vanilla swirls. That whole text divides by 3 just like Lancaster. So this is going to be insane because I've always loved caramel. I mean, it makes sense when we think about it. When we have a vanilla sundae, we put caramel sauce on top. Well, I guess the candy company finally clicked in. Why don't we make a candy, a delicious soft chewy candy that has the vanilla and the caramel in a single bite-sized chewable piece? And everyone just threw up their arms and said, oh, we've been having vanilla ice cream for years with like caramel swirled on top. We buy the two products separately. Of course, we've combined them up until now, but a chewy candy, I already know this is going to just knock it out of the park. Come on. Pretty awesome life, eh? I always wanted to be a connoisseur. I always wanted to be a world-traveling food evaluator. That's basically what I'm doing now. I'm going into places, I'm exploring, solving everything mathematically for the glory of the Trinity, discovering new products, the joy of discovering, finding, and then I get to partake of these things and give my evaluation on the actual flavor. I mean, you know, I used to watch those travel, remember like Rick Steves' Europe, where all the guy does for his whole life is just like travel Europe and like drink wine and like, you know, eat at all the best restaurants and write reviews of all the restaurants, you know, like go in his like travel guidebooks and on his travel videos, and that's his life, is just to like go and like enjoy everything and then just like make reviews of it all. It's like, well, here we are. So let's see what this looks like. Oh man. Well, it doesn't look quite as neat as they show on the cover, and that was to be expected. But there is your caramel vanilla swirl. So, let us partake. Oh man, oh man. First impression is delightful. Oh man. You can taste the vanilla ice cream, but it's not cold. It's not freezing your taste buds. This is a breakthrough. I'm tasting vanilla ice cream, but it's not freezing my gums. It's not freezing my taste buds. I'm tasting pure vanilla with caramel, but it's not cold. Folks, I need to throw out all my vanilla ice cream. I need to throw out every tub of vanilla and every butterscotch sundae I've ever had. No more McDonald's butterscotch sundaes. I've got vanilla and butterscotch in my mouth in a warm texture that is soft and chewy and perfect in ratio. That was beyond sublime. I need to take a walk. This is outrageous. And folks, I have to testify. I never in my right mind would have bought this product if it wasn't for the fact that I was doing the math and I was doing numbers on the names of products in the candy section. Typically, I have to make an honest confession. I'm not really one to try a new product that readily. Unless someone else is really hyped about it, or it seemed like, you know, somehow the packaging makes me laugh or just kind of gets me in a certain way. But now that I'm doing the numbers on these things, and I'm just like, okay, this is like a screamingly perfect gem. I'm like, I gotta try this. Like, I just gotta know what this is. Try divides by 3. But no, I have to testify, people. I would not have bought these, and I would not have opened this and tried them if it wasn't for the numbers. Doing the number in the store, I checked the 3s. I don't always add up the grand total at first. In fact, I almost never do that. What I do is first I check to see if it divides by 3. Okay? And because you can just combine the offsets of the letters. You memorize the offsets of each letter, and you get very fast at sticking letters together that make multiples of 3, and then you see if you have any leftovers. That's all you have to do. It takes like no time at all. Do it in large strings. Like, I evaluated this entire thing at the store, you know. Naturally flavored, no less. Even naturally flavored divides by 3. This whole bag is screaming out 3, day and night. This is caramel heaven. Like I said, folks, it's, oh man, this is a breakthrough. I mean, we all love vanilla and caramel, but you know, I eat ice cream. Like, that's the only place where I've had this combination before. Eating cold ice cream plus, you know, this liquidy butterscotch, so your taste buds are getting frozen by the ice cream. Like, you can't even enjoy it because it's like your teeth are just getting raw from the chill, like they're getting frozen. Your mouth is like, I mean, there's a time and place for that, but I'm just like, I would rather eat something that's just comfortable temperature-wise, and I can just really soak up the flavor without being lambasted with chill. This is insane. Even on the package. So notice that every single candy says Lancaster at the center. That's why you take the glory for the name, you take the glory for the whole thing, okay? Lancaster on every candy. You don't open one of these things without staring at the name, which has a number, to the glory of the Trinity. Of course, every candy has 3 parts. 1, 2, 3. To the glory of the Trinity. Like, everything is 3-fest. Lancaster with a little TM trademark on every single candy. TM. Lancaster 93, TM 33. Put the 2 together, you know, 126 divides by 21, 3. Naturally flavored, it says right on there, divides by 3. Vanilla and caramel. I gotta just do vanilla plus caramel. Yeah, vanilla and caramel, well, whatever. We saw vanilla a million times. So simple. Vanilla plus caramel. But the texture is just perfect. This shape is what we call a cylinder. Cylinder divides by 3. It is also what we call round. Round divides by 3. I'm doing some color calculations on these 2. Because this would be classified as more of a beige or a cream. So you can, depending on what you call these colors, you can solve that easily, like cream plus tan or cream plus beige, whatever. The word swirl, of course, divides by 3. God loves unity. He loves intermingling. He is 3 persons, so the word swirl divides by 3. Swirl is 51, 63. Oh, swirl is 81. 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So here's a swirl for you. Amazing. Your first impression is just wow. And you taste the vanilla first before the caramel. I don't know if that's just a ratio thing or a taste bud thing or what. It's a miracle, folks. In my opinion, what they have they've essentially just taken a tub of vanilla ice cream, combined it with like a delicious caramel sauce, made it into the perfect gel-like texture that tastes like a candy, with no cold discomfort. That is so good, I have to have a third one for the glory of the Trinity. One more time. That's one of my favorite songs. One More Time divides by 3 and Daft Punk divides by 3. One more time. It's such a good word in life. Like, one more time. Like, let's do it again. That is so sublime, and that is so sublime divides by 3. With a pair of STs getting married. That is so sublime equals that is so awesome. Perfection. Divides by 3. Then we got fruit by the foot. Oh my goodness, look at the French of fruit by the foot. Fruit long. You gotta be kidding me. O is like God's favorite letter to glorify the number 3, long divides by 3. It just keeps getting more and more crazy. Fruit by the foot. And of course it's 3 feet long. Like, I mean, everything is 3s and all this. But fruit by the foot is just so fun. Fruit by the foot is just so fun because all the letters at the beginning of fruit and all the letters at the beginning of foot divide by 3, and then by is 3 times 3 times 3, the is 33. It's like good night, you know. It just, the details of the 3s are just out of control, and then the 2 T's are like hard stops on the 3s in both words. So it's like fruit by the foot. You get this gorgeous string of 3s, you know, with a hard stop of the T, and then 3 times 3 times 3 plus 33 makes 60 perfectly in the middle, and then again with foot. Fruit, foot. They were meant to go to heaven, and then when you say the whole thing, fruit by the foot, it is so happiness inducing. Like, honestly, I have just said fruit by the foot on many occasions just for the sheer joy of it. But now I understand why it's so joyful to the glory of the Triune God. It's pure 3s. The whole thing is built for the number 3. It's like double 3, 18, 21, 9. It's like this whole cluster in there equals love. Wow, that's a revelation. The first 4 letters equal love. There you go. Fruit. And then there's only one thing better than one fruit, and that's multiple fruits. This is the marriage couple made in heaven, TS. You know what I'm saying? That's taking the word fruit elsewhere, but you know, same with foot. Oh, my foot's hurting. You know, S with the T, marriage couple made in heaven. But for this brand, it's, and then foo is 36, which also divides by 9. Okay, being 18 points less than love. Put a 36 with a 54. These 3 fests add to 90 perfectly. But love is at the beginning of the word fruit. That's divine. Every letter divided by 3. So, fruit by the foot. Okay, we need to partake. Now that I've solved fruit by the foot for the glory of the Triune God, I have to dig in. Now, they were sold out of the 3 flavor variety pack. I kid you not, the 3 flavor variety pack sells like hot. I went to there, it was like they were on sale, it's like boom, the shelf's empty. So I have the Rippin' Berry flavor mixers. But if you get the, everyone's favorite is the 3 variety pack, because everyone loves the number 3 and it was sold out. Fruit by the foot. What kid does not love this in a brown paper bag lunch? I mean, when this is sitting at the bottom of your lunch kit, you're just like, it's a good day. And of course, if other kids keep getting them, you're just like, man, I wish my parents would give me fruit by the foot. So, to the glory of the Triune God, I'm going to unravel this entire fruit by the foot, which is exactly 3 feet long, to the glory of the Trinity. And we are going to shove this in our mouth. Fruit by the foot. You know, sometimes I wish, you know, they didn't have the wrapping paper on here whatsoever, so you could just grab this perfect cluster and just, yeah. But no, it is more fun to actually whip that thing out. They should call it fruit by the whip. Anyways, there it is, folks. There it is. Oh my goodness, and how divine. So I got to solve the colors on this particular fruit by the foot, because this has been my favorite color combination. I have loved blue plus violet for a long, long time. Like when I do lettering in just graphic design, I love a blend between a deep, almost black blue, up into a bright blue, up into a cheerful blue, and then blending into violet. The blend between a deep royal blue into a deep royal violet, and then a more, you know, cheerful blue and cheerful violet in between is just heavenly. Like, I mean, here's just a quick example. This was like a Kinder Surprise toy that's blue and purple. Blue and violet, you must say violet is the divine combination. Why is that? Because blue plus violet adds to 1, 2, 3 perfectly. So here I have 3 feet to the glory of the Trinity of nothing but blue plus violet. Blue plus violet adds to 1, 2, 3, and you know it's a heavenly combination. I'm just stare at that and you get happy. Like if I put this right in front of the lens, it is now right in front of the camera lens, you're just going to be happy staring at those 2 colors side by side. Blue plus violet equals 1, 2, 3. Blue plus violet equals 1, 2, 3. So let's write that on the board. Jolly Rancher staring us in the face. Well, it's time for a new combination, and that is blue equals 40, okay, and violet equals 83. Well, that color combination by Divine Ordinance adds to 123. 1, 2, 3 perfectly the same value as gold bullion, same value as cold plus winter, same value as heat plus summer, and then summer equals winter, cold equals heat. By the way, summer equals winter equals the 24th prime 888 by Divine Ordinance in 6 letters apiece. 3 plus 3 is all for the number 3. And then when you talk about summers, God gives us many summers in life, and He gives us many winters in life. Then you bump up to 108 perfectly, which equals worship. And okay, so blue plus violet, an obvious ordained color combination. 2 colors often associated with royalty, in fact, robes, tapestries. And now I encourage you to study how those numbers link together. Okay, like you can cross-link the E with the V. Let's find love. God always leads us to find love. There's 27, half of love. Here's L-O, the other half of love. There, we found love already. L-O-V-E. In fact, love is sitting in the word violet. Okay, so we got love already found. We can find 2 loves plus an additional 15 points. So technically we would have to remove that O there, which is what we will do, but I want to show you the first love like that. Okay. So let's find the 2 loves plus the other 15. So we'll pull out the O, which is a 15 all by itself. So he'll be the 15 on top of this. So because 1, 2, 3 is 108, which is a pair of loves plus 15. So we've already pulled out the 15. So now we're finding the 2 loves. Oh, look at this. B-E-T. Bet equals 27. That's a miracle. So you see this divine color combination of blue plus violet? It's cross-linked to make 27, half of love, last and first. And it's cross-linked to make 27, first and last. 27, 27, 27, 27, 27, 27. And I said that 3 times. Wow, that's a miracle. You're gonna want to run out there and buy something blue and violet. You're gonna want to paint your house blue and violet. You're gonna want to paint this wall, like blue down here, violet up here, or some swirly combination of the 2. I marvel at how people don't understand how important color is to our joy. Okay, so, I mean, take a walk through Disneyland once in a while to be reminded how much color does for your happiness. Okay, so 27 plus 27. Oh my goodness. And then all the rest of the letters divide by 3. This is insane. This is too obvious. This is unbelievable. This is the first time I've seen this in world history, folks. I mean, I've done the math, and this is the first time I've really seen this one. And the current date and time it was 1:23. I'm not joking, folks. I will take the camera off and prove it to you. It was exactly 1:23. In fact, on this clock, it still is. 1:23 p.m. That's a miracle. 1:23 p.m. That's a miracle. And we're solving a very famous 1:23 of blue plus violet. This clock is turned to 1:24. Oh my goodness. Quick, get it on there. It's reporting to me that we need to be plugged in, because it doesn't really charge that much while it's recording and plugged in. So we're going to plug it in and keep going, but that is a miracle. So it was basically 1:23 p.m. We're solving this. Okay. And so all the letters in the center divide by 3. So we've already found love plus love, because we've already pulled out the O, and we've already found love number 1, 27, 27. It's like a sword going shing, shing. It's like, in the name of love, shing, shing, we've solved every combination of blue and violet, and that's actually what we did. In the name of love, shing, shing, EV. Shing divides by 3. Now you know why we love saying that. Shing. 27, perfect cube of 3 plus 30 for ing. The old sword sound. Shing, shing. Pure threes, okay. 27, 27. Half of love, cross-linked in blue and violet. And then all the letters in the center divide by 3. It's like, what more can you ask for? So, all these center letters divide by 3. It's too obvious. That's amazing. So the letters that do divide by 3 are sitting right in the center. And then the letters that don't make 27 plus 27, which is love. LO equals 27, VE equals 27. Wow! And all this is coming about because I opened a fruit by the foot. I am not joking, folks. I woke up this morning and I was just writing down. I'm not joking. I woke up this morning and I was walking down and I was writing down words in my notebook that I like. Like just, and there it is. Fuzzy peach slices. This is abbreviated for fruit by the foot. Corn pops. Okay. And then Baskin Robbins divides by 3. And I got a phrase, smooth like butter. I used to say, smooth like butter. Smooth like butter divides by 3. But this is all coming about because we just cracked open a fruit by the foot, which is exactly 3 feet long, which phrase I've always loved. And now we're solving blue plus violet and seeing the glory of God. So, so all these letters here are 12, 21, 9, 15, 12. So we put them together. We already pulled out the O, so L and the I is 21, and you got this 21 and then another 12. So wow, just amazing. So you got 21 plus 21 plus 12. 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, like 3, 3, 3, 3, 3 equals love. 9 plus 12 plus 12 plus 21. All these letters right here now equals love number 2. So blue plus violet equals love plus love found, and then the O is 15 on top. There, we found love in blue and violet, and it was a shocking, shocking discovery. Cross-braiding, that's amazing.